بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Holy Quran, He always mentioned, especially in Surah Al-Qiyamah, it's mentioning that the sun and the moon will be joined together. As we know, everything has its own outside, the outside and the inside. We learn this from the Quran, and we can translate this ayah to many different ways, in any different ways. We can translate it to scientific way, and even the ilm arfan, the science of arfan. Arfan mean the way we know Allah Azza wa Jal through the science joined with religion. This is how we know Allah Azza wa Jal, because we need this view to know the deep inside things in the way Allah Azza wa Jal created them. وَجُمِعَ الشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ, it has significant scientific value, this statement or this surah that Allah Azza wa Jal is mentioning. As we know, many scientists, they claim that the sun is the main star that produced Earth and different planets around it. Like there was a big asteroid hit the sun, and then from that Earth came and did all the planets. This is one of the views that we're saying from where Earth came. But Allah Azza wa Jal in different place, He was mentioning that everything here was like a dukhan. Dukhan means like a smoke, vapor. And some people, they're very smart, they always, when I say this, they said, no, it's not the earth who was vapor, it was the sky. And then I'll start laughing, because how you can have a sky before earth? Earth, what makes sky? So if Allah Azza wa Jal is saying the sky was vapor, then where's the place that made it a sky? You know what I mean? How can Allah Azza wa Jal find a sky first, and then there's no place to see it as a sky? Sky, usually the definition of sky is something higher than you, something protecting something else, right? So if we have a very big universe, where's the sky in a universe? There's no sky for the universe. Why? Because it's not one place, one connected place. We have millions of planets, millions of stars. So where's the sky for the universe? There's no sky. If it's one connected place, one whole connected place like Earth, then whatever comes on top of it, it will be the sky. So Allah Azza wa Jal, when He's talking about the sky as being, He created it as a vapor at the beginning, this means He's talking about Earth. Why? Because what Earth, the place, make the existence, and then what's surrounding make the time, right? We talked about this before. So the Earth was founded before. So when He says, Allah Azza wa Jal, وَجَمَعَ الشَّمْسُ وَالْقَمَرُ, this is mean the sun, especially in Yawm al-Qiyamah, the judgment day, it's gonna become very big. It's gonna take the moon, and by logically, if something gonna be very big and the moon is surrounding Earth, Earth gonna be inside the sun too. This is logically. So we have the judgment day. Okay, this is physics, normal. Science always predict that the sun one day gonna blow, but they predicted the age, it's gonna be maybe 2 billion, 3 billion years from now till the sun will blow alone, because it is a piece of big hydrogen that could keep colliding and colliding and colliding, producing many H2, H3, H4, all the hydrogen form types, the family hydrogen, and then one day it's gonna just be very big, and then it's gonna collapse. Get very small. So this is the first meaning. The second meaning, and this is the real meaning, and this is what Allah Azza wa Jal is talking about. It's gonna be about a sun. It's representing something else. We talked before about we live this way is an alam al-suwar. Alam al-suwar is the world of pictures. All what we have, all what we see, each other's it's just an illusion. We are formed of what? Of atoms, of cells, and cells are forming from atoms. And if we go inside atoms, we see proton, neutron, and the huge space between the proton and neutron and the electron. So if we compress Earth all together, it will become maybe like a small piece, very small. If we compress it, it will be a small piece that equal to the earth, how big it is, I mean in weight. It's gonna be very dense, but it's small. So, subhanAllah, this is how we... So this, let's say, if Allah Azza wa Jal compressed all this universe, everything gonna be together, right? Not just the sun and the moon. Everything, all the stars, all the suns, because when Allah Azza wa Jal is talking about sun and the moon, there is the moon for Earth. There is moons for different planets. Venus maybe has 4 different moons, not just one moon. We think we live on one Earth and one moon, right? We have every planet is many moons orbiting that planet, not just one moon, many. So we can say Allah Azza wa Jal talking in this ayah about sun and a moon, that maybe this moon will be at the end of the universe. You see now, you see how wider the view become? This is just a different representation of the ayah. We take it from different place. In the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, He talked about the heart, qalb. But when He's talking about the heart, always the Arabic language represents something, because everything is created from words. Why? Because Allah Azza wa Jal at the very beginning, He created Nur al-Rasul, the light of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then from that one He created everything. And I showed you by geometry how He created that. And when He used a word to create that, He said kun, be. Okay, but in Arabic, look what is it? If you look at kaf, the kaf, separate, it's not connected to any word, it's straight, right? It's just a piece like this, and then it's straight. But when we take the kaf and connected it to any different other word, it will be broken kaf. Why? Because when Allah Azza wa Jal, He said kun, even the power of Allah Azza wa Jal affected the word itself, and it got broken. To that point. Because everything I told you is physical. You don't think it's a consequences that يعني بس just someone wrote kaf, he didn't like to write it straight, he wrote it like zigzag. No, it's not. Even by that, even by the order of Allah Azza wa Jalla, it was so powerful that He bent this letter. It was bended. So from that we know every letter has a meaning. Every letter has a secret. Okay, when we say qalb, heart, the heart starts by qaf, right? And then after that lam, and after that ba. I'm not gonna talk about lam and ba, I'm gonna talk about the qaf at the very beginning. Qaf, it's just like a circle and has 2 points inside with like just a band. You can open Arabic language and learn a little bit about it. Qaf, in the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, it has Surah Qaf too, right? We read Qaf al-Quran al-Majid. Qaf in reality is, the meaning of Qaf is anything deal with electromagnetic field. I'm just giving you the last, I don't want to go inside why I reached that conclusion, but anything deal with electromagnetic field have Qaf. In Earth, it is Allah Azza wa Jal, He make it turn from certain angle, right? It's not like 90 degree, not 180 degree. It's a little bit bended like this. Why? Because it has something we call a'mida. A'mida mean like something to support Earth, not to flow away, right? And from that one, it is a protection at the same time. If you see the sun, if you ever visited different places, especially in the equator, I mean upstairs, you see it, there's colors sometimes, what we call it aurora. If you heard about it, why? Because the electromagnetic field from the sun come very powerful, and then this aurora, I mean this electromagnetic field that's surrounding Earth, protecting Earth, and then we'll see all this smashing of electrons over there. So it's a protection. So when Allah Azza wa Jal said qaf, this means something very important. Heart has the electromagnetic field. It can reach up to 5 miles. Scientifically proven that if someone very powerful, it has a clean heart, it can reach up to 5 miles. The electromagnetic field of heart. Some people won't reach few centimeters. Some people reach 5 miles. And for sure, if the qalb Rasulullah, the heart of Rasulullah might reach the whole country, the whole continent, who knows? It is so powerful, the electromagnetic field. So anything that work like this has supporting something, your body, begin with qaf in the Quran. I'm giving you a secret now. Anything that start with qaf, this is mean a supportive thing to your body or to your existence. But when I'm gonna connect all dots together. It is all connected to the main subject. If you're wondering why I'm talking about that. Okay, we continue, and then in Isra, and when Allah Azza wa Jal ascended Rasulullah upstairs to the heavens, He said, He didn't say wama wama. Allah Azza wa Jal, he talked about the Prophet's heart, but over here He used fu'ad. He wasn't talking about qalb anymore, heart. He used fu'ad. Fu'ad in English means heart too. But fu'ad, yeah, I tell you why. I tell you why he used fu'ad in this place. Okay, so qalb, the meaning of heart in Arabic has qalb, fu'ad. If you open regular translation, it's gonna be the same way, heart. That's the beauty of Arabic. Fu'ad, now over here, it has a main significance. وَمَا كَذَبَ الْفُؤَادُ وَمَا رَأَى. يعني upstairs, وَمَا كَذَبَ, يعني his fu'ad, his heart didn't lie about what he's seen. So fu'ad has eyes? No, it doesn't have eyes. There's more significance. I told you before, when a person clean his heart, what's gonna happen? He cleaned the mirror of the heart. That all whatever comes from Allah Azza wa Jal immediately is gonna be reflected through your heart, and then what? It's gonna go to your brain. So وَمَا كَذَبَ الْفُؤَادُ وَمَا رَأَى, يعني because he has clean mirrors, whatever he's seen from Allah Azza wa Jal immediately went to his brain. He knew what's going on around him. It's not qalb anymore, because if he's dealing with electromagnetic field, and then whatever is gonna receive from Allah Azza wa Jal, he's not gonna get it anymore, because electromagnetic field will take everything for. Yeah, it is attraction. It will use the force of attraction. But because it's no more electromagnetic field, it's clean mirrors, then everything gonna be pure immediately goes. But we have even more meaning. Earth, if one time someone asks you how Earth is hold it, you say hold it by the electromagnetic field. It's qaf in the Quran. But if I ask you what is it the sun hold it by, how we hold the sun, how Allah Azza wa Jalla is holding the sun, who knows? By the fa, the fa in fu'ad. You see I said the qaf in the qalb, the fa for fu'ad. Why? Because this is the faydullah Azza wa Jal. The sun is faydullah. Faydullah mean the nur of Allah Azza wa Jal. Not Allah Azza wa Jal, He's not inside light, not space, not anything, not energy, not whatever you can imagine. Anything you can imagine Allah Azza wa Jal by, then He's not Allah. He's your fantasy. That's very important. So over here the sun is from Faydullah Azza wa Jal. If you see the fa is just same way the qaf, but it has only one point. Why? Because it is supported by one thing, is Nur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because anything with the point upstairs, not downstairs, you see the noon. When you look at noon, you see the point. It's up from up. If you look at ba, you see it down. Anything with up is dealing with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anything with the point down dealing with Imam Ali, because he is al-Batin. See. So the fa you're dealing with Nur al-Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because I'm gonna get you one place now about the Shams wal Qamar. Okay. So when you are doing the point upstairs now, you have this fight. Okay. Some person who say what you're talking about, points and so on. So the main nur comes to divided by 70, divided by 70, it's gonna come to us divided by many 70s. Maybe 7, it's gonna be 70 million times less than the nur Rasulullah upstairs. The sun is like a small window for the real nur of Rasulullah. And then when this nur reach here, what the sun will be in Arabic? The name of sun is Shams, right? We have Shams is three significance of three, right? Three, what we call it, teeth. No, three tooth, and then a loop, half a circle. Okay. Anything has energy in it. Anything has energy it has to start by 3 triangles, right? Remember when we said there's how they built the pyramids, and so anything we start by energy, it has 3 sides. And because Allah Azza wa Jal, He cannot, He didn't create it this way, He created it open. Why? Because when He create, let's say the S in Arabic, close, this is mean the energy for the people inside this, it cannot go into any place. But if He's gonna create something for everyone outside, He's gonna open it. You see, the pyramid's gonna be open because it's gonna give everyone. So this is rahmatullah Azza wa Jal for everyone. Because the sun does not go for only mu'min, go for kafir, for atheist. So rahmatullah Azza wa Jal for everyone. Okay, and because it is from Faid Rasulullah, Nuqta, because we have 1 point for Fa, it is going F and then 2 points for Imam Ali. Because why? Because this is the both Nur. It's gonna reflect it to where? To the Qamar. Qamar has a circle and then 2 points, right? See? See? So subhanallah, everything is connected, even by words, by names. Nothing is by consequences. Okay. Coincidence. Okay. So the sun over here is Nur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then Zahiruhu Muhammad is the outside Muhammad of the Shams, and inside what? Imam Ali. And then the reflection of this Nur goes. That's why the Shams, it's not Sams, not S, it's Ash, H. Why? Because 3 points joined together and then sent to what? To the moon. With this moon, it is representing the batin. Anything with batin, it is represented by the moon.
Because the light is reflected.
The light reflected from the sun. That's why after anything with wilaya is batin, is al-qamar. The moon, it's the wilaya. The nubuwa, it represented by what? By the sun. The wilaya represented by moon. That's why the moon will goes and then will come back and then will start getting bigger and then will go and then it will represent the life of the imams that we have. So let's say Imam Mahdi, where is he now? He is like the moon. He didn't come directly reflected by the sun so we see the nur, but he's there. Because if the moon go away from earth, immediately earth will vanish, immediately. Because it is controlling everything inside earth. It's controlling the water. Let's say now we have a full moon and then you'll see the water is high, right? It will go high. And then if there's no moon, the water will go down. The tides, yeah. There's many things that benefits from the moon for the earth. It is holding earth still. So when we have hadith about that saying, if there's no imam in earth, لَصَحَّتْ الْأَرْضُ عَلَى أَهْلِهَا, يعني everything will be destroyed on us, on top of our heads. Why? Because there's no moon that is controlling all this. But let's say now everything now is waiting for Imam Mahdi. Then after the moon, he's gonna be the sun. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what he said, أولنا محمد, أوسطنا محمد, آخرنا محمد, كلنا Muhammad. Why? Because he is representing the faid of Allah Azza wa Jal. Yani I'm gonna translate this in English. The very beginning is Muhammad, in the middle is Muhammad, at the end is Muhammad. Every one of us is Muhammad. He's talking about him and his household. Why? Because he's going to represent you the faid of this nur. And then Shi'at, look, Shi'at starting with what? Sheen with 3 points. Shi'at Amirul Mu'mineen are the same thing like the sun, are taken from Nur Imam Mahdi, from this Nur, this beautiful Nur, from the real son of Muhammad, and then representing this one to all universe. And we become the moon. You see what I mean? You see? It has levels. So Jumi'at Shams wal Qamar, and we conclude by this. Allah Azza wa Jal, He's going to join the Shams with Qamar, mean everyone from Imam is going to be together. Everyone from each Imam with his own each Shia, they're going to be together, and all they will be together Yawm al-Qiyamah.
Wow.
You see how many division? And then because it is same thing. 70 divided by 70 divided by 70 divided by 70. And then if you remember during Ashura, during Karbala يعني, the Imam Hussein, he was standing there, and then Zuhair ibn al-Qayn, his name, one of the Sahaba of Hussein, he was standing there, and then he took all the arrows that came, and usually it was 7 arrows that goes through. They were trying to shoot Imam Hussein, and he took them all. This is how important number 7. We always test it in front of Imams by number 7. So the more you are tested, the more you will become closer to this nur, and the more Allah Azza wa Jal will get you closer to Him, because they are the example of His nur, because He cannot be seen, He cannot be known except through them, because He chose them. Hujjah, yeah, Hujjah ala al-ibad. Yeah, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.